the resolution that the township trustees passed last Tuesday, I think it was, banning fracking on township property.
Yes.
Is there going to be a next step? Are you going to go beyond that?
That I don't know, Martin. I don't know if we have the votes on the board right now at this point to get something like that done. I know that is something that is being looked at by Athens, Ohio right now. They might be the first community in the state of Ohio to actually pass a ban. I think right now what we've done is not only send a message to our community that that we're concerned about this process, which it's not the same process that's been taking place over the last 60 years in the state of Ohio, is that we're saying, you have a right to do this right now according to the state of Ohio on your own property. But what we're saying is, as a community, we're not going to use any public lands to allow this to occur on, because we're the stewards of that property. We're not there to allow it to be tinkered with for private corporate profit. But there's a catch-all to that. Also, what that resolution is that doesn't just include where our parks and our buildings and our fire stations are. That includes all of our roads, our right-of-ways. Our resolution specifically says that this cannot take place anywhere on those grounds or beneath them. So, you're talking about hydraulically, horizontal fracking. At some point, they're going to have to come to us because they're going to want to go under one of our roads or our right-of-ways.
Is the threat of litigation hold up in Plain Township?
I don't think the threat of the litigation is as much as the holdup is the fact that we're looking around the state of Ohio to see how other communities in the state of Ohio are addressing this issue, because we want to make sure there's no rush to be the first one to do this. We want to make sure that this is something that is going to be agreeable upon by a majority of the communities within the state of Ohio if this is going to happen. I just think that if you go out and outright ban something in a rush to do it, I think without taking the proper steps, whether it's through the hearings process and the investigative process, through the attorneys and working with other communities to make sure that we can collectively be all on the same page, we should have the right to decide whether we want this in our community or not. And if some communities want it, they should be allowed to have it. And I think there's other ways to go about doing this than starting World War III in the state of Ohio. I think what we're going to do is take this one step at a time. We've passed this resolution. We'll see where the state of Ohio and other communities that follow. I know Hartville's passed the same language. Massillon is considering it. I know the city of Alliance is considering it, and so is North Canton. So this is catching on within the county, and there's some communities that are very concerned with it. And keeping in mind and appreciating and respecting the fact there are communities in Stark County that are welcoming this. So, that's something they have to decide on their own. We're just trying to build a consensus of where, we think that what should happen within Plain Township right now. And the votes at this point have been 2-1 on the last two resolutions we've passed. One asking for the moratorium, and now the one that was passed last Tuesday banning it from all township property. Mr. Haas has his own opinion and his position on it. I respect that. I have my own opinion, and I'm sure he respects my position on it also. So collectively, maybe we can put our heads together and find a solution that's workable for everybody.